Om Bhurбhuvassuham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayantam. Saram everyone. So we continue our videos on our beloved Swami Sathya Sai Baba. And so let me continue very interesting topic, which is mystical dreams, lucid dreams, because actually that was very and was and is, and I hope will be, a very important tool how Sathya Sai communicate with different devotees, and sometimes even just people who are not claim to be devotees. So in my previous videos I already told you that his message is very clear. If you see him in your dream, it means he is really visited you, because sometimes people can see Sathya Sai as a kind of mystical dream experience, and then they express doubts. How can we be sure that it's really Swami, or maybe that's just fantasy, etc. But back in 90s I was his Sathya Sai translator for the Russian speaking groups, and I can witness that many times actually he told us that if we see him in our dreams, that's really mystical inner darshan, no doubts about this. And the story which I wish to tell you today, it's my personal experience, and I'm very happy that pretty often I can see Swami in my dreams, receiving some personal spiritual instruction and guidance. Well, that's happened actually in the very end of 90s, and the dream was like that. So it was a kind of medieval temple, European medieval temple, and so in that dream I came to that temple and I saw Swami was sitting in the center, and so it was really crowded there. People like of different nationalities, different religions, they came to meet him. And each person who was present in this dream temple, for everyone it was a chance to come near Swami, ask certain question, and maybe receive blessings, answers, instructions. So finally it was my turn, and I came near, and it was no questions actually from my side, and just he told me that in 3 weeks and 2 days, after this night, some important meeting happened in my life. I'll meet certain important guru, important spiritual master for me. Well, at that moment it was absolutely clear that that's dream world, dream domain, so that was a lucid dream. Well, I just told Swami, thank you very much for this information, and more or less pretty soon after that I woke up. And of course that immediately at that morning I counted what day it will be, 3 weeks and 2 days, like this. So, and I remember that it was Thursday actually, finally, so I was with excitement waiting for this special day. I was in Moscow at that time, and for me it was pretty obvious that this guru, this master, so I have to meet him in Moscow. This guru can be Russian, Indian, American, Chinese, whatever, but it must happen in Moscow, because at that time I was in Moscow. And just a couple of days before this appointed day, according to my calculation, just a couple of days before, I came to know that one important Lama, Tibetan Lama, going to come to Moscow with a special seminar program. And this Lama, okay, let me not mention his name, actually I don't want to mention his name, but he was from the most ancient Tibetan Buddhist school, which is Nyingma or Nyingmapa. And that's interesting that it was Wednesday, okay, so really the day before appointed, day, that day, okay, and I just called to the coordinator with the idea, just okay, that I want to participate, so just put me into the list. And when I called this coordinator, who later on became a good friend of mine, by the way, this coordinator was really surprised, and I didn't understand. Okay, what do you mean? What's special? I just call you, and I want to participate in seminar which will start just tomorrow. But that boy, he told me immediately a very interesting story, that Nyingma school is a very strict one. And normally this particular Lama, okay, he put some list of conditions how they have, all that coordinators have to manage to organize seminar itself. And one condition is very interesting, that the list of participants must be ready at least 1 month before actual beginning. Why? Because when this list is ready, coordinators send it to India. Actually, this Lama at that time, he lived in India, I believe now maybe in the United States. Okay, and for 1 month before seminar, so that's very serious approach, this Lama was just keep on praying and performing different Buddhist tantric rituals to prepare, to purify all participants based on the name. So it's interesting in the Hindu, Buddhist and Christian traditions, some other religious traditions as well. If you know person's name, you can pray for that person. So this is the same idea. So list of participants, and Lama starts to pray. But at that time, this Lama told to the coordinator that, okay, wait a moment. Okay, we have list that, okay, 1 month before actual beginning, but the night before beginning of seminar, one person will call you and ask, okay, to include him into the seminar program. Just take this person, though it is against rules. It's like the night before. And this boy, he told me that, okay, that means that this Lama, actually, he, was specially waiting for you, told to me this coordinator. That was very interesting. And, okay, then I really took part in this program, which was something like 1 week workshop with like meditations, mantras, philosophy. And actually I saw this Lama for the first time in my life, but the feeling was that I know him. Somehow I know him, most probably from my previous incarnations, from my previous lives. And in the end of seminar, I came and I approached him for the special blessings, and the Lama told me, so I'm very happy that you finally come. So that was very sweet words. So what is important, what I can say about this story? Okay, first of all, I'm not Buddhist, so that was some short period of time when I was really seriously studying Buddhist philosophy, mantras, breathing exercises, meditation system, and it was really very important for me, even now, by the way. So I'm not Buddhist. Finally, I didn't become Buddhist, but it is some important step in my life to study under this with this particular Lama from the most ancient Tibetan school, which is Nyingma. So that's interesting example how Sathya Sai could lead people spiritually through the mystical dreams. And it's very important that Sathya Sai as a divine incarnation, he is beyond any traditions, any schools, any religions. So it means it was easy for him to lead devotees to the different schools and let people to learn philosophy, different meditation techniques, different kinds of yoga, or different kinds of spirituality, through in different ashrams, schools, churches, etc. So I know so many cases when Swami, during interview or through the mystical dreams, could lead people to the different gurus. In India, Indian gurus, Tibetan gurus, Chinese gurus, Western gurus, different churches, different kinds of yoga, because he is beyond everything. He is the source of all traditions, and for him it is not important just to attract people and keep them, next to himself. No, it was really love. It was really, for him, it was important that we are happy. For him, for Sathya Sai, was important and is important that we are growing spiritually. And who knows, like in my story, it was really necessary for me to focus my mind and heart for a couple of years on Buddhist tradition. That was just very important for me spiritually, and I did it with the help and blessings from Sathya Sai, of Sathya Sai, and so that's really, I think, important example how he can lead any devotee, any individual to the pathway which is just the best for you, Sai Ram, God bless you. See you next time.
Om Bhurбhuvasvaham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayantam